My name is Flex Razi and welcome to my channel. Please, if you're a new subscriber, hit the subscription button. Please, let's get it to 1,000 subscribers. Yeah. Now let me show you my story. How I almost paid $1,100 for a Kickstarter worth $170. Yes. So my story goes like this. On this day, I was driving my car and the engine light popped out. I was scared, I don't like seeing the engine light. Mind you, I drive a Hyundai Sonata 2020 model. So I had to take it to the mechanic. I took it back home straight up and I parked the car. So that was like 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. in the morning. I was like, man, I have to wait. 8:30 in the morning, I took it to the mechanic. So getting there, they have to run a test on the car. After that, I was asked to pay $1,000 to fix the car. Just $1,000. I was like, what will I do? $1,000. That's like people's salary for like 2 weeks here in the States. I was like, man, $1,000. Anyways, I paid because I needed the car. So after making the payments, I took my car home. Mind you, I was asked to leave the car for like 3 to 4 days. So I have to go rent another car, another expenses. I rented another car. Then I took it like for 3 days or 4 days. Then I have to take it back, then pick up my car. After 2 days, I noticed that the car had difficulty starting. So when you try to start, it's giving this click sound. I'm like, what happened again? So, but it takes like a couple of time. I have to keep trying and trying before the car, we get to start. Then I took it to the mechanic again. So the young man I met there told me I have to pay $150 to run the test on the car again. I was like, $150? They were like, yeah. I said, but I brought this car 2 days ago and I paid $1,000. Why do I have to pay another $150 to run the test again? They were like, oh, this is how we do it. And the only way you won't have to pay the $150 is when we discover another problem and you are fixing the car right here with them. That means I don't have to pay the $150. But if they run the test on the car and I refuse to fix the problem, I have to pay $150 before taking the key away. I was like, seriously? I was like, man, let me take the car to my mechanic, the other mechanic that that do handle my cars. So I took it there. The guy was like, oh, this should be the battery problem. The battery? I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, battery. But my mind keep telling me, man, this is a Kickstarter, because I grew up in a mechanical home. My father was an engineer, so I know most of these parts, and whenever the car is like having this issue. So I was like, this should be a Kickstarter. No, he was like, maybe the battery is weak because the car has been like 5 years I've been driving with the battery. He was like, change the battery, the car will be fine. I went to AutoZone. I confirmed, I went to the AutoZone, so they run the test on the car. They told me that the battery was good, the Kickstarter was good, alternator was good. Then what would be the problem? So I went to different AutoZone. I keep trying different AutoZone, different car pass station where they do run tests on cars. Some will tell me, oh, the Kickstarter is fine, the battery is dead. So we say the battery is good, the Kickstarter is good. I was kind of confused. But one lesson I learned is what? Wherever your mind tells you, just follow your mind. I knew it was a Kickstarter, but I was trying to, listen to my mechanic. I don't want to switch whereby I would change the Kickstarter, it still continues. He would be like, oh, I told you it's the battery. So on that day, I felt like, man, it's time, let me change the battery. And I was told the battery is $250 because it's an electrical car battery. I'm like, okay, this is not the battery they sell $100. So that day I paid $250. I put in the new battery. It was all fine. I went home that evening. I said, let me try it again to see if it's really, the problem has really stopped. When I pressed the car, it started again. The Kickstarter was the problem, not the battery. So I took it back to the place I bought the battery. They said, oh, they can't do anything about that because I started using the battery already. I bought the battery in the morning that day. The next day I returned it in the morning. They said they can't do anything about that anymore. And where is my old battery? They took it. Because my plan was what? Taking back my old battery, put in the car, sell the new one on Facebook Market or eBay, even if it's for $200, that will go a long way in my life. I was like, they said no, they can't give me back the battery because they took the battery away to wherever they know. I don't know. Now that was pissed off and unplanned expenses. So I noticed that it even got worse. I have to try like 30 to 40 minutes, sometimes an hour, trying to start this car. I was like, man, at this point in time, I know I need to know what's happening. So I took it back to the same mechanic, the mechanic people that fixed it the first time, that charged me $1,000. So this is where the craziness started. So when I arrived there, I told them, yeah, I paid $1,000 for this car a couple of months ago. Look what the car developed. So I was asked to leave the car there. Then I went to a couple of hours later, same day, they called me. Oh, they have run the test on the car, and the problem is the kickstarter. And I was like, okay, how much is the kickstarter? Since I'm aware of the price, it costs $170 at AutoZone. The man on the desk told me, I don't want to mention the car company here. I don't want to mention their names. What is it? One of the big mechanical car company here. So I was told $1,100. I was like, man, but you guys fixed the car and I paid $1,000. Why do you have to charge me another $1,100 for the same car you guys fixed? He was like, oh, that's not the problem. The problem was that was different. We fixed that, this and that problem. I was like, man, hold on. I'm pulling over. I'm coming to the office right now. So when I got there, we started, exchanging words like calmly. I wasn't rude. I'm not a rude guy. I was, calmly talking to him. I said, why do I have to pay $1,100 since it's the Kickstarter? Besides, I went to the AutoZone. I called the AutoZone. Also, AutoZone told me that the Kickstarter is $170. The guy behind the desk was like, no, they have to authenticate their own Kickstarter. They have to make sure it's the right one. That's why I have to pay $1,100. I said, for a Kickstarter. I was like, man, no. So I said, I can pay $600. If you guys want to take $600, to fix the car, because I really need my car. They were like, no, we can do something $800. I said, like, why am I paying $800 for a Kickstarter? What kind of Kickstarter do you guys want to fix in this? Okay, you know what? Can I go to the AutoZone and buy a Kickstarter for myself and give to you guys? They were like, no, we want to make sure that we bought it ourselves, to make sure it's the right one. In case of anything happen, you have to be responsible for the problem, all that. I was like, I don't have 800. No, the guy beat it back to 800. Like, I should pay 800. They did a discount for me. I was like, no, I don't have 800. If it's 600, let's go. He was like, oh, the mechanic here, we pay them $200 for an hour to fix the car. I was like, $200 an hour to fix a car? Hell no, bull crap. I told them, do you guys have space here? I want to be a mechanic. Just hire me right now. I'm ready to learn. $200 an hour. How many people earn $200 an hour? Do medical doctors? I don't know. Do medical doctors, nurses earn $200 an hour? These are real profession. Yeah, mechanic is a good profession. It's handwork. It's difficult, but not $200 an hour. Mind you, later my mechanic informed me and told me that those $200 they took from us, the customers, they end up paying the mechanic sometimes $15 an hour, not $200. Some do earn $25 an hour. So why are you charging people $200 an hour? So I was like, $200 an hour. He said, oh, the thing may take like 2 hours or more. That's why they have to charge. I said, you know what? Drop my car. I'm taking my car home. Let me just manage, The guy was like, okay, fine. He brought my car out. So he told me, he was kind of cool. He was cool guy. He told me, oh, I made sure I clean up the $150 for the car test that we run on your car. You're supposed to pay $150, but I scrape it off. Go. I was like, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. But deep in my heart, I was like, scammers. So I went straight up to my mechanic that I know that do charge me less, man. Respect to him. He's a cool guy. He's from Honduras, Honduras. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce the country correctly, but he's a cool guy. Shout out to him. So I pull over, man. I told him the situation. I said, yeah, I changed the battery and the car still continue. So he called AutoZone. They said the battery won't be available until 3 to 4 1 week. So he said, you know what, go get yourself a used battery. A used battery. He gave me someone's number. I reached out to them. They don't have it, so they gave me another number. So I went there. I pulled up like 30 minutes drive from, you know, his workplace. I went there, then I bought the Kickstarter for, guess what, how much? I bought it for $65. I used one. It looks kind of clean. $65 plus tax, it was like $72. I was like, okay, as long as it works, that's the most important thing. Then I drove back 30 minutes, you know, gave it to the mechanic. Shout out to his uncle. His uncle was the one that fixed the car though. So I gave it to him. No, guess what? What's the difference? If I have given it to those guys that was charging 1,100, I may take the car in 3 to 4 days time. And guess what? I still have to go rent another car for that 4 days. But this dude fixed this car in 3 hours. 3 freaking hours. It's up to 3 hours. Maybe just the delay because he was fixing some people's car too, but he later left it and like put on my own because the Kickstarter was in the engine. It's literally a brand new car, 2020 model. It hasn't been like updated, you know. So the uncle fixed the car. You guys guess how much I paid? No, the uncle wanted to take 400 from me. He told me the uncle wanted to take 400 from me. He was like, no, this is my boy, man. This is my boy. This is my boy. Yeah, I've been here. I've been always pulling up for him. You know, he's kind of cool, dude. They end up taking $200. So instead of paying $1,100 for the car, I end up paying $272 in total. Do you guys know how much I saved? About $700 and something, right? If my calculation is good, that's how much I saved to myself. Yeah. So sometimes I will have to say, you don't have to take your car to this big mechanic. Just take it to the roadside mechanic, you know. They will save you. They have been the one saving me since I moved to the States. Because going to these well-reputable mechanic people or mechanic shops, they charge extremely high. You know, why will I pay $1,000? Why will I pay $1,100 for a Kickstarter? That's bloody, man. So that's my story, and I'm grateful. Yeah, these are one of the disadvantages of, you know, living in America, because over here things are expensive. Yeah, everything is literally expensive. We'll be making money and something is taking off the money. So mind you, sometimes I do wonder, how does this lady cope? I'm a man, right? I do drive these cars. I can meet up with guys, you know, that are mechanic, roadside guys, you know, talk to them. They can help me fix my cars. What about the women? Like, how do they cope? Like, I need, you know, tell me how you guys cope with the ladies, you know. How do you guys have mechanic like that do help you? You don't have to go to these reputable mechanics, you know. So this is my story of how I almost paid $1,100 for a Kickstarter of $170. But mind you, I end up buying the Kickstarter for $72, used one. So I'm thinking, should I go be a mechanic? Write on the comment section. Thank you so much, and you know, please subscribe to my channel. Let's grow this channel. I'm new. I'm trying to build my channel, you know. I have beautiful stories to tell you guys, you know. Keep on watching my stories. I've traveled, so I'm exposed to so many things, so I can share my stories to you guys. You know, things I've met, how I almost got scammed, how I traveled from Nigeria, because I'm originally from Nigeria, to Germany, so to Portugal to France to Germany to America. Thank you so much for watching my channel, and subscribe, please. Thank you.